everyone, my name is Bekah. I'm a theater and dance teaching artist, and I'm here to do some active storytelling with you. Today's story is The Princess and the Pig by Jonathan Emmett and illustrated by Bernatene. As always, we're going to use our 4 actor tools to bring our story to life, and those actor tools are our bodies, our voices, our minds, and our imaginations. So let's use those actor tools now to bring The Princess and the Pig to life. Not that long ago, in a kingdom not far from here, a farmer was traveling home from the market with a cartload of straw. The farmer was so poor, he didn't have a horse, and he had to pull his own cart. Oh, look at him, he looks so tired. Can we pretend to pull something really heavy? And then show me how tired you feel. Good job. In the back of the cart lay a tiny pink piglet. Nobody wanted to buy the piglet at the market, but the farmer had taken pity on it. I'll call you Pygmalia, he decided, as this seemed for a good name for a pig. It was a hot day, and the farmer stopped to rest in the shade of a great castle. Can you show me how hot you feel? Far, far above him on a high balcony, a queen was inspecting her new baby daughter. The queen was so rich she had 7 nannies and didn't have to look after her own child. The queen picked the baby out of her cradle and held her at arm's length. I'll call it Priscilla, she decided, as this seemed like a good name for a princess. A moment later, a wet, squelching noise came from the baby's diaper, closely followed by an awful smell. Yuck! Shrieked the queen, dropping the baby and running off to find the royal nannies. Can we say yuck and make a face like something stinks? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yuck! Ooh. She left so quickly, she didn't notice that she had dropped the baby over the edge of the balcony. Oh my goodness, let's see what happens next. Down, down, down went the baby into the farmer's cart, and up, up, up flew the piglet into the princess's cradle. Let's use our voices to act out the baby falling down and the pig falling up. So when I point to the baby, we're going to take our voices from high to low on an ah sound. And when I point to the piglet, we're going to take our voices from low to high on an O sound. Ready? Go. Ah! O. Ah! O. Good job. When the queen returned and found the piglet lying where the baby should have been, she let out an even louder shriek and fainted into the nanny's arms. Can we do a big dramatic faint? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh! Good job. The king thought he knew what had happened. A bad fairy has done this, he explained. The fairy wasn't invited to the princess's christening, and so she turned the baby into a piglet to get her revenge. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books. Meanwhile, the farmer had returned home and was surprised to discover a baby girl lying where the piglet should have been. The farmer's wife thought she knew what had happened. A good fairy has done this, she explained. The fairy knew how poor and honest we are and how badly we wanted a child, so she turned the piglet into a baby. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books. The farmer's wife looks so excited. Can you show me how excited you are about the baby? Nice job. And so, without a second thought, the baby became Pygmalia, the farmer's daughter, and the piglet became Priscilla, the royal princess. It wasn't long before Pygmalia was able to eat, walk, and get dressed all by herself. The farmer and his wife soon forgot she had ever been a pig. But things were not so easy for Priscilla. But the king and queen never let anyone forget that she was really a princess. Oh, it looks like Priscilla's eating like a pig and running around like a pig. Can you show me how pigs eat? Ready? Good job. As Pygmalion grew older, she grew smarter and beautiful, and she was admired by everyone she met. As Priscilla grew older, she grew not so smart, not so beautiful, and was avoided by everyone she met. Then one day, the farmer's wife overheard some of the castle servants talking about the princess who had turned into a pig. "It's just like what happened to Pygmalion," she told her husband, "only the other way around." The farmer soon guessed what had happened. "The princess and the pig must have swapped places somehow," he explained. "It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books." The poor farmer and his wife were very unhappy. They loved Pygmalion, but they knew they must return her to her rightful home. Oh, can you show me how sad you are like the farmer and his wife? Good job. Pygmalion was also unhappy. She loved the farmer and his wife and did not want to live with anyone else. But they were an honest family, so the next day they all went to the castle to see the king and queen. The king and queen listened to the farmer's story. But they didn't believe it. "What nonsense!" cried the queen. "Ridiculous," the king laughed. Can you say ridiculous in a silly voice and laugh like this? Ha 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 ha. Let's try it together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ridiculous. Ha 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 ha. Good job. "This girl may be smart and beautiful, but she does not look or speak like a real princess." The queen thought she knew what was happening. "It's a trick," she declared. "This girl is just a farmer's daughter pretending to be a princess so she can marry a prince. It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books." And so Pygmalion returned home with the farmer and his wife, where she married a young shepherd and lived happily ever after, and never once wished that she'd been a princess. And Priscilla also got married to a handsome prince, although he had to be talked into it. "Priscilla was changed into a pig by a bad fairy," the king explained. "But once you kiss her, the spell will be broken and she will turn back into a beautiful princess," added the queen. "It's the sort of thing that happens all the time in books," they assured him. Ooh, the prince looks a little nervous. Can you show me how nervous you feel? Ooh, good job. But it's not the sort of thing that happens in this particular book. The end. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll be back with more stories soon. As always, I encourage you to support the arts by donating to your local arts organization. I've listed my favorites that I've worked with down in the description below, but you can also donate to any local arts organization you feel needs it right now. If you're looking for more children's books to read, check out your local library's digital resources. They have lots of wonderful children's books available to you just at the touch of a button. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye!